Hey folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3! Last time on Baldur's Gate 3, we fought a bunch of Duergar who are working, or were working, for the Cult of the Absolute. And they mentioned, the boss is back in Moonrise. Now, obviously, we are looking for Moonrise Towers because that is the source of all of these troubles. And they do have a boat, which implies contacts across the water. We're looking for an underground fortress, ancient Sharan fortress, that supposedly will let us bypass the shadow curse around Moonrise Towers, or a significant portion thereof. However, the Duergar did also mention an escaped slave who they were hunting, and so I think we should seek her out. The mission being twofold: one, to see if she needs any help, and two, to see if she has any intelligence on the cultists' operations. Yeah, doesn't seem like a good idea to sail off in search of wherever these Duergar came from without a clear idea of what we're getting ourselves into. Oh, and this is the first episode recorded on patch 8. The supposedly final major patch, which added a bunch of new subclasses, which isn't going to be relevant here, I don't think. I can't really imagine I'll be re-speccing any of these characters. Rooms. And dead bodies, executed deep gnomes. Well, that's unfortunate, but waste not. That's something Amity learned very quickly growing up on the streets of Baldur's Gate's lower city. Short Sword of First Blood. 1d6 piercing damage. Break the Unbroken. Deal an additional 1d8 piercing damage to all targets that still have their hit points. Proficiency with this weapon type unlocks Flourish and Piercing Strike.
I'll take that.
Mushrooms can be used in alchemical formulae. Duergar. Drow poison. I don't know how good all that...
These creatures did battle with Duergar.
Don't know how good all that food is, but, looks edible. Myconid, eh? So, it's actually been a little while since I recorded the last episode. I did edit it recently, but I can't actually remember if the Duergar specifically mentioned that the runaway slave was hiding out with Myconids. I know that is a thing that he can mention. I just don't remember if he mentioned it to Amity.
Torch stalk. Best watch my step. They like to explode.
Torch stalk
Not
and
sure what the other mushrooms are.
Timas. Let's blow them up from a safe distance. Oh. That's that's a lot of exploding happening. There's stuff there. A backpack, a scroll of shatter, and a scroll of Tasha's hideous laughter. I guess I don't want to blow those up.
Indolence breeds madness. Proceeding.
lae'zel, would you? Yes, yes. And the mage hand can move all of this out away from that blast radius.
No one stopped me yet.
Alright. Scroll of Hold Person, Grease, Vampiric Touch, and a Potion of Glorious Vaulting. And Scroll of Shatter and of Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And we have looped back around to this side of the Selenite outpost. So we came in here originally through the Zentrim hideout. We went south to the Selenite outpost, then west to the Arcane Tower, thence to the beach, and thence hither.
These boots have seen everything.
Oh, and we've got more Myconids.
Was swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
It's a unique bard option. Well, Amity's not looking for a fight, certainly. Yeah, she's here in peace. And so yeah, let's use this option. Amity, noticing the musical nature of the Myconid's connection, hums a peaceful tune in harmony with the Sovereign.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
I sense your fear. I've come to aid you.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Now, the Myconids are clearly no friend of the Duergar, and given that the Duergar are our enemy, it seems beneficial to have the Myconids as our allies. That and Amity is just extremely soft-hearted, and so she can't resist offering to help people in need. Even somewhat unusual-looking people. The Myconids are so pretty. I love the way they look. One's a little more unsettling, but
What could they accomplish?
and here is missing gnome, afflicted by a Duergar poison.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Well, without hesitation, Amity gives her an antitoxin. We've got, I think, plenty to spare.
God! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
How could I pass by? You were in pain.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Take it easy. Tell me what I can do.
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
An old ruin across the lake. That could be the Sharon Fortress we're looking for. I mean, I know that it is. Amity is reasoning that... The Duergar digging for? She asks, suspecting the answer.
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it.
That sounds like where we need to be going anyway, so I guess helping the gnomes wouldn't be going too far out of our way. And what was this expedition your clan were on?
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
Now, Amity is going to help them pretty much regardless, but we did seek her out hoping to gain information, and Amity did notice that she's lying. This doesn't seem like a situation we want to go into with our eyes only half open. So let's call her out on it. You're lying.
Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand?
Well, Amity isn't particularly concerned about blood feuds between gnome clans. It doesn't seem to be any need to press her for, further. Alright. I'll free your people, if I can.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here... I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwerger ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
What is the creature doing?
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwerger, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwergar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
This isn't deception. I think he's talking about the Dwergar that we already fought. But, oh, if Amity was feeling at all guilty about having to kill those Dwergar, she isn't so much now, knowing what they've done. But let's just clarify who he's talking about. And we've got this bard option to reply in kind, using the sort of telepathic song. Amity tells the Sovereign, tell me of the invaders, how the Scourge moves, fights, how it will crumble.
The Sovereign's song twists into images. Dwergar changing size, slipping in and out of invisibility, invoking craven divinity. An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
The Dwergar are already slain. The rot has already been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwegar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
More busy work. That's royalty for you. Everyone's their servant.
I don't think I've heard any of these Shadowheart lines. It's always been someone else chiming in during this conversation on my previous playthroughs. Amity is not sure how she feels about, just straight up murdering a guy. I mean, we do clearly want to put a stop to what Nier and the cultists are doing, but Amity is a little hesitant about murder being the first option. You're racking up quite the body count.
I ask a boon, and will give one in return. The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
I guess we'll see. Before we do that, we should take some time to a bit of a respite in this little Myconid community.
What could they accomplish?
We'll probably want a long rest soon, honestly. We've got both our short rests, so probably keep going for a little while. But for now, let's talk to everyone here. Hello. You aren't a Myconid.
Something's on my mind.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
First option feels kinda rude, because Amity has seen hobgoblins before, so like, what is this supposed to mean? A hobgoblin... never seen a hobgoblin who is well-dressed? Never seen a hobgoblin who is a scholar? That all feels really insulting. But I think anything that can get us more information about this whole situation would be useful. Were you here when the Dwegar attacked?
I observed the fight from a distance. Combat is not my field of expertise, but the Myconids handled themselves well enough. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
I suppose there's no reason for deception. It's a long story, but a mind flayer infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Seeing no reason to be secretive, Amity explains the whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
He's had one run-in with an agent of the Society of Brilliance and didn't care much for her either, but the Myconids wouldn't appreciate us fighting here. I'll listen.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Amity, very hesitant. Obviously she doesn't trust mind flayers, like, for obvious reasons. But we have so few options, and this is such a precarious situation. Amity tries to relax and let Omeluum's mind search her own.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
What happens if that stasis goes away?
I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Omelium.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point.
Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
That doesn't sound ideal.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
See, I don't think Amity has any reason to tell Omeluum about the Mind Flayer ship. She has no reason to suspect that was anything out of the ordinary. And... oh. That stasis thing, I don't know if that's useful, but all the same. Thanks for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
The stasis... why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
Sounds risky to say the least. And Amity doesn't trust Omeluum. I don't know, that prejudice is a little bit, like, kind of goes against some of her core beliefs, but it's... she can't really avoid it with, you know, her past experience with Mind Flayers. That's... she can't help that coloring her perspective. And fucking with the stasis that is the only thing protecting her does not seem worth the risk to her, especially since we know that the tadpoles were modified in Moonrise, or at least it sure seems that way, and so we already have a strong lead on where to go to find out what's going on with them. No, I'm done with all this.
Understandable. If you change your mind in the future, say as such. I will perform the experiment then. I have never seen anything like it, Blur. Is my species evolving?
Perhaps, but at such an accelerated rate.
It simply shouldn't be possible.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
See if he has anything, do you have anything interesting to trade?
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Well, that's... ooh, sell wares. That's a lot of wares. And now, what does he have? Bunch of scrolls? I don't think I need any of the scrolls. Melf's First Staff. Arcane enchantment. You gain +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. +1 enchantment. And cast Melf's Acid Arrow, which is a level 2 evocation spell. Shoot a green arrow that covers the target and the ground with acid. Deals 4d4 acid damage immediately, and 2d4 acid damage at the end of the target's turn. On miss, target still takes half the initial damage. So really the main thing there is the spell save DC. Now this, the Baneful. This blade's magical powers only function if it's bound to an Eldritch Knight or is a Warlock's Pact weapon. Favored weapon. This weapon has +1 bonus to damage and attack rolls. Baneful Bond. On a hit, possibly bane your target. Bane, the target has a 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. The wizard Otiluke wrote about bound weapons and their propensity to coalesce with their wielder as the pair come together. He also wrote about their dangers, which are manifold, and their benefits, which make the danger worth it. Now, Will could use that. That sounds good for Will. I'm gonna buy that. Okay, so 437 gold price tag. We can afford that. And Melf's first staff. In spite of, or perhaps because of, his suspiciously amusing name, the wizard Melf was actually quite a talented spellcaster, and innovator in the field of the arcane. He even led an order called the Knights of Luna. And that would be good for maybe Shadowheart? Yeah, because Shadowheart is a spellcaster and really benefits from, you know, spellcasting. Yeah, she needs a spellcasting thing. Gale already has such a staff. And Will... Yeah, Shadowheart would benefit most from this. Spell save, DC, and spell attack rolls. So that's for Shadowheart. Circlet of Blasting. This delicate circlet grants its wearer the ability to cast the Scorching Ray spell. Don't really need that. The Lifebringer. When the wearer gains lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. The temporary hit points disappear if the wearer runs out of lightning charges. Lightning is like magic, Era the Sparkstruck once said. And what is magic but life itself? Now, we're not really doing anything with lightning charges. Love to see Era's work. They've always got some good stuff, but it's not really something that we need. Sunwalker's Gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 12 meters. The ring's arcane jewel parts all but the darkest of shadows. I don't think we need that. Amity has dark vision. I think everyone in the party either innately has dark vision or can cast dark vision. Boots of Genial Striding. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. The soles of these boots warp and shift like warm clay manipulated by an unseen sculptor's hands. Don't think we need those. Cinder Shoes. Whenever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. Despite many scorch marks, these leather boots are somehow still supple and intact. Heat. Engulfed by vengeful fire. You take 1d4 fire damage each turn, but can use heat convergence. Which it's not giving us a description of. I think it's that you could unleash, like, your built-up turns of heat to deal fire damage. Could Karlach make use of that, perhaps? What are her boots? Hoarfrost Balance. Cannot fall prone while traversing icy terrain. I've never really played with the heat mechanic. I think let's give it a try. It's not super expensive. 161 gold. And now, Psychic Spark. Shoot an additional dart whenever you cast Magic Missile. Every gem hanging from this necklace is warm to the touch as if waiting to ignite. Let's buy that for Gale. Now, is there anything else I can sell? Scroll of Dark Vision we don't need. Scroll of Firebolt, that's like pretty much useless. Just given how Firebolt is a cantrip. And so same with that Ray of Frost. We only need 1 shovel. We're not going to use the potion of mind reading. Don't think we need all the simple toxins. Or that rapier. And sell Karlach's old great axe. And that'll do for now.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalogue.
Alright, let's hand out the gifts to all our friends. This goes to Will. This to Gale. This to Shadowheart. And was that everything? That was everything. Oh, the Boots of Speed, that's what we got from the gnome. What was her name? Dula? Is that it? And yes, staff suits her much better as a spellcaster. Karlach can wear those new shoes.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Very well.
And the Myconid
had
a reward for us for taking care of those Dwergar. Through here. I'll have to talk to her in a moment. Oh. A pale corpse. A backpack with a few scrolls and some booze. Scroll of blindness. Scroll of ray of sickness. Shadow of Benzobaranzin as a hood. Gives the shrouded in shadow as light armor. Shrouded in shadow action. Become invisible for 2 turns on short rest. You sense the shadows that envelop this Drowcraft cowl, eagerly waiting to envelop you and shield you from view.
But that will fit in my bag.
That, I think we can give to Astarion. He is our resident sneaky type. And now this pale corpse. Icy metal. We found the other part of that, didn't we? Lolth's candle. Chasm creeper. Purple fluorite shard. Some gold. Some toxins. Some basic poison. Woodbark. Hill giant finger. Sylvan stone. Bloodstone. Laculite. Mudmephit wing and malachite. And a book, Flumph Mating Rituals. The cover features an embossed image of 2 flumphs with their tendrils entwined.
Flumph mating rituals? That field research must have been interesting.
Amity could never resist a book.
Proudly announces this book to be Flumph Mating Rituals.
Amity. Well, let's see. Which one do I? Amity examines the book closely.
The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
Now, we heard about the adamantine forge. The drow who had been petrified by the, spectator. He was looking for an adamantine forge. This must have been one of his rivals we mentioned. The pages, apparently copied from a master tome, describe the construction and use of a grand forge in the Underdark. Among the Sharans dwelt the gnome Siluvyali, whose talents for wizardry were known from Candlekeep to Sorcerer. Under his tutelage, the Sharans built the Great Forge, which could heat mithril with such vigor as to turn it to adamantine. With this astonishing metal, they could mold the finest blades and armors. Yet the jewel of Yali's eye was not the forge itself, but the protector he conjured from the magma to guard it, a construct said to be so mighty that no blade could fell it, and no spell could pierce it. Instructions for operating the Great Forge are listed underneath. Ingredients: raw mithril ore and a proper mold. Place the ore and mold into their respective chambers, pull the lever to lower the hammer, and prepare the ore for smelting. Open the valve to allow lava into the crucible, and drop the hammer again to forge the product.
That blowhard Dawn was searching for it.
If it was built by the Sharans, then chances are it's in the Sharans' fortress.
Might be enough to cover rent.
To this woman, Dareth Bonecloak.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Right. Never mind.
Need some help finding him?
Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
Who is this Balin to you?
My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
And what does he look like?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
Oh, suppose that's that. Show me your wares. And we picked up some stuff to sell there. Might be worth buying some more of those greater healing potions. Let's see what else there is. Corrosive flail. I don't think anyone here really needs a weapon upgrade. As for armors, what's lae'zel wearing? Scale mail. So those aren't really great, but caustic band, malefic extraction. Your weapon attacks also deal 2 acid damage. Adjusting this unassuming ring on your finger, You hear a faint sizzle as of pressure being released. That sounds like one of our attackers, probably lae'zel, would benefit from it. Ring of jumping? Right, lets you cast jump. The ring is scuffed and twisted out of shape, as if worn by big stony fingers. The owner of those fingers has carved Karthal into the warped metal in a fit of affection or possessiveness. I don't think we need that. Gloves of Hail of Thorns grants the wearer the ability to cast Hail of Thorns. Whoever previously owned these gloves marked each with a series of 30 superficial scrapes, 6 per finger. What they indicate is unclear. Now, the gloves Amity is currently wearing don't benefit her at all, because she doesn't deal thunder, lightning, or radiant damage. So either of these could be good for her, and this one's probably better. Herbalist's gloves. Cleansing touch. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it is no longer poisoned. The leather smells faintly of herbs, as if washed in an herbal bath. Yeah, let's pick that up. That. 3 potions of greater healing. And I see dyes. Okay, I'm just gonna buy all of the dyes. Ah. Okay. Probably not the most useful thing, but it's good to be able to customize our outfits. Alright, now. Oh, hello.
Walker, tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
As much as her life in Baldur's Gate was hard and often unpleasant, it is home to Amity. And so she imagines the bustle of the city's marketplace, the Wide.
The creature cringes, overwhelmed by the throngs. It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Where God destroyed my people, I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwergar rot. I mean to join you.
I'm afraid you're a little late there, friend. The Dwergar are already dead.
I must see it for myself. Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
I don't think this vengefulness is healthy. Amity doesn't think this vengefulness is healthy. But very well, you may join me.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together. Son, the rot is cleansed. Come, We must speak. The tumor is excised. The Dwega are dead. Here, I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death Doer. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
What? No. No, you... Well, Amity is quite offended by this. Asking her to assassinate Spa, who as far as she is aware, has committed no crime, done no harm. You turn on a Spa who gave you shelter?
A fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Dwega flourished. I sang to Spore for help. Yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, Smooth Mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward. Or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of Glut to devour it whole.
This is ridiculous. Amity doesn't have any investment in Myconid politics. I'll have no part in this.
It is my right. It is my right.
Its delicate harmonies turn to scrapes and scratches.
Your corpse will birth my circle.
Oh, so this is how you want to play it? Amity was absolutely willing to just live and let live. Just, not get involved. But no, apparently Glut wants a fight. So, Glut...
Heading there.
I didn't click, what the heck? Well, guess I'm not using any touch spells. I must have just ever so slightly pressed the mouse button. Oh, and I clicked to rotate him. Oh, did my cursor go off the edge and then... Okay. It does bother me that he's tagged as a... Yeah, okay, I clicked and dragged and released off the edge there. That's not good. I don't like that that works that way. Because I didn't click there, but I released the mouse button there while trying to rotate the model. Anyway, yeah, it does bother me that he's tagged as a plant, because, like, Myconids are mushroom people. That's fungi. That's not a plant, that's more closely related to an animal than to a plant. Anyway, so high strength, middling dex with charisma, high con, a little bit of int, and frenzied spores, increase hit points, strength, access to more spore spells, fire vulnerability, dark vision, can use multi-attack against a prone target, has advantage on ability checks and saving throws using athletics, Use opportunity to attack. Sun sickness. While in sunlight, the Myconid has disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. I guess let's blind him.
I am fury. I am death.
I forgot to short rest. Damn it. I meant to short rest at the Myconid camp, but completely forgot to. It's gonna hit lae'zel. I think. I think that won't hit her. And Amity doesn't really do melee attacks, but let's conjure her flaming sword so she can do a bit of fire damage.
My turn.
Karlak can frenzy and okay, that's a good chunk of damage, so let's use cutting. Actually, 14 to 17. Okay, so on a 1d8, that's a more than 50% chance for this to work. Oh, and lae'zel use her sentinel to strike back.
Is dead. So much for circled luck.
A fitting end for such a craven creature.
I guess we just need to put this animated undead down. Now, does that count as undead for the purposes of turn undead? It looks like maybe not. You know, let's give it a try and find out. Okay, it does not count as undead, because I guess that makes sense, because what we're dealing with is not an undead, but a living fungus occupying the body.
I am fury. I am death.
Now let's do that short rest. Okay, so that glut fellow is kind of an asshole. So it looks like our next step really is to sail across and find out what's what across there. But it might be worth just scouting around a little bit, then taking a long rest. Then we head over. But for now, yeah, let's first just scout around a little bit, see if we can find anything useful in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, sorry, I forgot my outro. Thank you all so much for watching. Click the like button if you liked the video, or click the dislike button if you didn't. If you want to see more Baldur's Gate 3, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget, we've got a Discord community you can check out. Link in the description below. It's fun. It's a lot of cool people there. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time.